What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Trayvon, and today we finna react to that Gunna released from jail after scoring historic Alford plea deal. He says he doesn't plan to tell on anyone. Let me get my Let me get my input. I don't really want to speak on the situation because it's like a touchy situation, but I think Gunna snitched, bro. Ain't no way how he go from like 4 years in prison, right? Then the nigga had like 4 or 3 what is called bail. He had like 3 denied bails, bro. Like a month ago. Now he out of jail. Like what?
Became affiliated with
I know I probably sound stupid as hell because I'm geek.
YSL around
I'm trying to stop smoking.
2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following?
But y'all heard what he just said? She said you and Young Thug was in a car and y'all was found with guns, drugs, and all that. I ain't no street nigga. You feel me? I ain't no street nigga. I'm a pedestrian. But she said they was in a car they found with guns, not money, but drugs and all that. And she said, "You sure it's not yours?" He said, "Yes, Your Honor." Who was he? I don't know, bro.
Statement. I recognize, accept.
I'm a big fan of Gunna too, bro. Like, you gotta be fair. You gotta be fair, bro.
And deeply regret that
I don't want it to be true. I hope someone come out and say, Young Thug say, Gunna still my brother or something like that.
my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Check it out now. Oh, holy. Now, pushing peas, pushing please, or is he pushing cheese?
Pushing please.
No.
Hey, Ack, you funny. I fuck with Big Ack.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Young Gunna. He's been released from jail, and according to the cops, they claim the case with him is over. Now, this sounds a little bit odd. He was supposedly facing up to 20 years in jail, even though we all agreed he ain't really had nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like Gunna, I always thought like Gunna ain't do nothing, bro. Gunna ain't do nothing. Gunna just, you feel me? Gunna ain't do nothing. But my dad told me, he was like, they gonna get Gunna too just because he like one of the biggest rappers in the group type shit.
He got
Or on the label, my bad.
denied bond 4 times, only for a month later for them to say, nah, just go home, bro. You good. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Gunna has struck an historic Alford plea, and we're going to have to talk about that in the future weeks coming because I guarantee as rap try to figure out how the heck he got out of this junk, they're going to be trying to pinpoint and locate what that plea means. Now, the rapper negotiated a plea called Alford plea, which means he didn't have to admit he did a crime, but he also acknowledges that it's in his best interest to plead guilty for the crime, okay? Now, the charge that...
Hold on. One more time, chat, my bad.
Alford plea, which means he didn't have to admit he did a crime, but he also acknowledges that it's in his best interest to plead guilty for the crime, okay? Now, the charge that he faced was 1 count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corruption Act, which is the RICO charge, and he was essentially sentenced to 5 years, okay? Now, 4 of those years are going to be suspended. If you don't know what that means, basically, it's like probation with 4 years hanging over your head.
Okay, I get it, okay. So if he do some shit during them 4 years, he gonna be fucked up.
Fuck up, you go back for 4 years. However, he had to serve only 1 year in jail. Now, he's been in there for about like 6-7 months.
Damn. This nigga coming out of jail with a BBL?
However, he had to serve only 1 year in jail. Now, he's been in there for about like 6-7 months.
Gunna, what kind of special treatment you getting? You walking out of jail with a BBL? You know what I'm saying? What kind of special treatment you getting? You walking out of jail with Kim Kardashian? You know what I'm saying?
They commuted the 6-7 months, which means that's going to equal to 1 year. So basically, he just got to go home, okay? Now, he got out actually yesterday, and also he's going to be required to do a few things. Number one, 500 hours of community service. He has to talk to kids and encourage kids not to get into gangs. Now, he did put out a statement.
Hey,
He said,
I
"Why?"
fuck with that though. I fuck with that. At least they trying to use that as a positive too though. Like I feel like they using Gunna as a like example. Like I don't know, like Gunna. I feel like they knew Gunna was the weak link in the group type shit.
While I've always agreed to be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear. I've not made any statements, not been interviewed, have not cooperated, and have not agreed to testify to be a witness for or against any party in the case, and absolutely have no intention of being involved in the trial in any process in any way.
Oh, he trying to. Oh, okay. He trying to make sure niggas know he ain't snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know though. Right now, I'm going with he snitch.
Now, listen. However y'all want to think about this, let me just tell you my personal thoughts. I don't
Once again, I ain't no street nigga.
think Gunna snitched. I think Gunna told the truth, okay? Now, these are the reasons why some people might raise an eyebrow, though, okay? Apparently, even though in a statement he says he will not take the stand, it is a condition of his plea that if he's called on to testify, he has to testify, okay?
Ooh.
Even though he could claim the Fifth Amendment, which means
Okay.
he could tell on other people, but he can't. He has a right to invoke his Fifth Amendment,
Whoa.
not to.
So if once trial comes, they can goddamn this nigga.
Tell on himself. Now, here's the thing also that comes with this plea, okay? Basically, in court, and you guys saw the video, he swore that he has personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang, and he's also said that he was more in the music side, and he said that YSL, the gang, must end. He also admits, and he says, "I recognize, accept, and deeply regret."
This too, he basically told them because I think Young Thug didn't want the police to know that like YSL was a gang. He wanted them to think it was a label. So right here, he already said it's two different sides of YSL.
That my talent in
It's the
music
street side
has
and the
indirectly
entertainment.
furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. And also, he attested in a plea deal that he was in a car with Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, when officers pulled him over. And when they found hydrocotton, methamphetamine, and a firearm, he's saying, "I'm putting it on the record, that gun and them drugs ain't mine," okay? Now, basically, you could kind of say this ain't pointing the finger, but it's the elbow, whatever you want to call it. But it's
That's the perfect thing. He pointing the elbow.
essentially, he is in a tough position, and he could be called on to testify. Again, I'm not here to litigate street codes and street rules. If y'all want to call it that he told, who knows? For some people, you ain't tell till you get up on the stand. Right now, I don't think nobody's going to trial, so I don't think he'll ever get on the stand. But if it goes
God.
to trial with at least one of these guys, basically this plea says Gunna has to take the stand, okay? We will see, though. You guys can comment, make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Historic plea, but Gunna is actually free, man. Get a comment.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Gunna free. I want to hear some more music. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan.